Meanwhile, for Real Madrid, you know, they've had such a poor season. We've talked about them domestically. They're 100 points off Barca at the top of the table. Yet, they're favourites to go through to the quarter-finals now, up against a team that many fancy to go and win the whole tournament.
Yeah. Well, you've got to say they rode the luck, because they were, for huge parts of the game, outplayed. And the goals that they got, the penalty, I think it's a penalty, but there's plenty of referees wouldn't have given it. The second goal, you know, Marcelo gets a free kick away up in the PSG end of the field when his own end of the field when he shouldn't have done. Ronaldo should have had a free kick against him on the edge of the box, and then he gets it deflected off both his knees, I think, and they go 2-1 up. And then the same with Marcelo, it's a deflection. So, you know, they rode the luck, but at the end of the day, they stuck at it, and I suppose for that, they deserved it.
I would say that about Real Madrid, that there are a couple of things that really stuck out for me. The substitutions, and we just mentioned the substitutions that Unai Emery made, about the substitutions by Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah.
Where he sees that the game is getting away from him, it's not working with what they have on the field, and he takes out some players that you think should still be on the field. Casemiro out, he makes offensive substitutions. He puts in Asensio, he puts in Lucas Vázquez. He says, you know what, we're going to attack you. We're going to test to see if you can track our guys, if you can keep up with us. And that changed the game for Real Madrid. And so in that span of 10 minutes where Real Madrid got a little bit better in the second half, those decisions by Zinedine Zidane, who we have questioned in terms of his decision-making, in-game decision-making, those changes work for Zinedine Zidane, and they work for Real Madrid. And now, Real Madrid, they have planted a seed of doubt in PSG that did not exist coming into this game. PSG and Neymar were saying, we can't wait to play Real Madrid. Yep. Well, now you've played Real Madrid, now you've lost, now good luck.
2-0's not insurmountable, is it?
No.
2-0 takes them through. Well, it sounds simplistic. But this Real Madrid team can't keep a clean sheet. They can't keep a clean sheet. It's whether PSG can shut the door at the back as well, whilst trying to go forward. So, what are you doing?
He's taking my notes away.
Where do we stand on it's incredible if you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, another player that we've criticised heavily this season, rightly so. He's now got as many Champions League goals as he's got La Liga goals. You mentioned, maybe lucky. Of course, it was a bit of a knee bash and he gets the penalty, but he's still the man. He's still the one that's there. Yes. He's the reason that Real Madrid won 3-1.
Yeah, you can't question that at all. You know, as much as you could criticise him for some of the so-called strikes he had early in the game, he stuck at it and he rode his luck. Again, though, if I'm Ronaldo and I look at the team sheet and there's no Thiago Silva at the back, I think I'm a lot happier than the young kid in Pembe coming in. So, again, we're back to Unai Emery. Did he make a mistake taking off Cavani? Did he make a mistake playing the young kid instead of playing Thiago Silva? And you'd have to say yes, because at the end of the day, the results tell the story, and losing 3 goals means that you've left your captain out and you've put yourself in a hole.
This falls at Unai Emery's door.
Of course it does. And it will continue to fall in his door if, indeed, in the second leg, the Real Madrid goes on and advances. Let's not forget that we came into this series thinking, okay, it's either Zinedine Zidane or Unai Emery that is losing a job. But they're not staying with their teams if they don't advance. So whoever loses is out. Unai Emery comes on the heels of what was a majestic, historic collapse against Barcelona last season. Sure. And nobody's forgotten that. We haven't, he hasn't, nobody in Paris has. And so therefore, you come into this as a favorite because they were favorites, because Real Madrid hasn't been playing well. And now you go up 1-0 and still are unable to see the game through. And I go back to a certain lack of character that I saw from PSG, understanding what the moment is like, what Champions League is like, and closing out a team that you have to make sure they're dead. Yeah. You can't just be poking them. You have to make sure they're dead.